Sure.
Now say it, Taylor.
Say what, Jared?
I'm just kidding. So
I don't know what's happening.
this is Taylor Ruins Jared's Day. Is this episode 32?
Don't you dare. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't say it. Do not say it.
What are we not saying?
You know what you're not saying.
What are we not saying?
Anyways, hi guys. It's a rainy Sunday morning here in central Indiana.
Yeah. And this is a true crime podcast.
Yeah, there it comes. Right. Yeah. What else did you want to say with that?
Nothing. What horrible shit are you about to impart on me? You know what I mean?
It's been, you've heard me bitch all week about work, and it's been a week for sure. So I've been listening to audiobooks. And James Patterson wrote, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to have to start reading his shit now.
Okay.
Because
I'm more of a Grisham guy, but whatever.
I mean, fine. It's cool that you can like all of the things. I just like stories. It's cool. But James Patterson wrote some books about true crimes, like crimes that actually happened. Because, he's a crime and thriller and mystery. Are you trying to get a Bang sponsorship?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
actually.
Yeah. He drinks Bang like water. And I'm like, you need to stop.
That's how I die, fine.
And that's not how you're going to die. You saw I just bought the gallon of bleach. Anyways, so James Patterson wrote these books.
Just a gallon.
So that's what I listened to, a couple books. I mean, I listened because I have my earbuds in at work. But I think that I finished like 6 books this week.
Nice.
Because they're not long. Like these, and actually I think that I need to re-download it, because the library you can get free, at least Indianapolis Public Library. You can get
Libby.
free, Libby app. You can get free downloads. They have audiobooks. You can read books if you have like the Kindle app.
Yeah.
It's really, But anyways, I need to go back and re-download it, because I think that there's a second story. Because the book that I'm going to tell you, or the case I'm going to tell you about, is from the book Murder of Innocence. But homie, no one dies. Like this is a tame one. No one died. I just thought it was funny. I mean, it's not funny, but there's funny parts of the story.
Okay.
But then there's another one, because no one dies. But then I'm like,
I mean, everyone dies.
Well, yeah, but this guy doesn't kill anybody. He's just a piece of shit. But it doesn't matter. I think I need to go in and re-download it and finish it. I think all of them are like that. So I probably need to download all 3 that I listened to this week and finish them. Anyways, I'm getting way off track. Let me pull up my notes. How do I get out of here? I don't know how my computer works. Okay. So I am going to tell you about Andrew Luster today, Jared.
Luster.
Yep. Do not Google him.
Andrew Luster.
Andrew
no,
Luster.
I actually try to listen to you during this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Andrew Luster. Okay.
He is.
AK, wait. Let me ask this up front, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Also known as
the heir to the Max Factor fortune.
Max Factor?
Max Factor,
like TJ
the
Maxx?
makeup? No, Max Factor, the makeup.
Okay.
Like they do makeup. I don't know. There's not makeup here, obviously.
Obviously.
So I don't know. Maybe you don't know about Max Factor. I'm sorry, I just hit the mic. But it's like red and silver, and there's X's. Like the X is real big.
So okay. It is a brand of makeup.
Yes. Yeah. What did you think I was talking about?
You were just going on and on, so I just like
I wasn't. I can't stand.
I was just trying to say it in like 3 words. It's a brand of makeup.
But that's what I said.
So he's a do nothing.
Right.
That is the
he's
heir
a trust fund baby.
Somebody. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah. So
Mr. Lester.
he was born, oh, Jared, I'm a genius, kind
I know.
of. Not really. So I just figured out I could put my notes on one side and I can still see you.
Yeah.
I've got you over here. I'm just cutting me off. I don't need to see me. I know what I look like and I look good. I'll stop. I'm sorry. Anyways, so Andrew Luster was born December 15th, 1963.
Okay.
So he's like younger than our parents.
20 years older than me.
Right. Okay. Sure. But he was born in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And he is the great grandson of the cosmetic mogul Max Factor Sr. Like that's their actual name, Max Factor Sr. That's his great grandfather's name.
Perfect. Continue.
Yeah. Max Factor Sr. And Andrew was the heir to the Max Factor cosmetic fortune. While he was born in Las Vegas, he grew up in Malibu.
Okay.
You know, and he basically, once after he got out of school, he lived off of $1 million trust fund.
Okay.
In a $600,000 beach cottage, like right on Malibu. He would wake up early to go surf, then party, do drugs, fuck around. He always carried a camera around, like a click 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 camera. So he was always taking pictures.
He was a photographer?
Sure.
Okay.
Or a wannabe. He wasn't a photographer. He just wanted to be one.
Okay.
But then like he would make videos. Like his neighbor ended up dating or ended up marrying one of his ladies. But anyways, he always had like parties and he would have like women models and shit over and be like videotaping them, like actual videotaping, and of course probably taking pictures. There was like, but then people would say, oh, he's trying to make it in filming, and they were thinking he was, but they didn't know what he was filming. They're like, we're just assuming that it was porn. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, anyways, basically he partied and surfed. How about that? Picked up chicks, fucked around. But the Max Factor family didn't really care for this thing. So he's kind of like the black sheep of the family because they were very like into volunteering and philanthropy and shit. So whatever. In 2000, so the year after 1999, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah. In 2000, the year after 1999. Yeah. Thanks, narrator.
Yeah. And I literally, I don't know when it happened. I don't know what time of the year it was, but it was 2000. So it was either the end of my 7th grade year or the beginning of my 8th grade year. It's fucking weird. Student from a local college, like a community college, is out with her friends on Friday night, drinking, dancing, having a good time, living her best life. Sorry. I'm distracted. Karen's over here. Oh, can you see my?
Because there's no murder, Taylor.
Listen, can you see my battle wounds?
Taylor tries to hold cats like they owe her money. And
no, fuck you, Jared. You told me to move the cat, and I did. And I had my drink right there, so I had to pull her close to my face, and she got me. Fucking Karen. It's fine.
You see, cats are like piranhas out of water.
Shut up.
You have to have the right temperament for cats.
Listen, me and Bruce have been just fine. Anyways, back to Andrew.
Except for the marks. Yeah, right. Andrew Luster. Let's talk about this.
Yeah. So she's out drinking.
So far, he doesn't sound like a bad guy. He sounds like all of us.
He said, dude, no, he's a spoiled little entitled piece of shit. Anyways, so
same.
She's dancing and having a good time with her friends. And it's hot. We're in California, Malibu. There's Friday night. People are there. She's dancing. She's hot. A good looking guy comes up to her and is like, man, you look hot. You're dancing up a storm. You should drink some water with all that dancing, and hands her a glass of water.
Right.
Right. And it's the 2000. So apparently you drink it.
Oh.
So she did. And next thing she remembers, it's sometime early the next morning. And this man that she remembers handing her water is telling her, hey, let's shower, and takes her into his shower and then rapes her.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he's
and
having
Andrew
sex
Luster.
with her.
Andrew Luster.
And that person was Andrew Luster.
Okay.
So, but like she says it's rape.
Yeah.
Because what she said is that she didn't know what was happening. She couldn't remember anything. Yeah. But he was like acting like he was having sex with her, like consensual sex, but she recalls that she said no. So he raped her.
Okay.
In the shower. So then she's like, but she's like so disoriented because she's like, I don't, what the fuck happened? Like I was just dancing with my friends. So then after the shower, she gets out, gets dressed. He gives her money for a cab to go home, and then his card with like his name and his phone number. Like, give me a call if you want to get together again. Like,
sure.
So it was like it was playing out differently for the two of them. You see what I'm saying? Like he was like, "Oh yeah, we just had a good night." She was like, "I just got fucking raped, and I'm assuming I got drugged. I don't know what happened." So that's Saturday. So yeah, she gets home. He paid for her fare home, but she doesn't go to the police until Monday. And when this does eventually go to trial, because I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't something, so it goes to trial eventually. But his attorney, Andrew's attorney, really hits this hard for this girl. That why'd you wait until Monday?
Right.
Well, you got to think about this. You put yourself in. I'm just in my mind, like how I just tried to break it down for you. How it is rape. But it was two different things happening for each of them. Like they were both going through this differently. So I'm only assuming she took that time to try and get her shit together up here.
Yeah.
Before she's like trying to put together what she could even tell the police before she was like, because you have to think about his reaction, how he acted, like he paid for her fare home. He he gave, here's my card, so hit me up if you want to get together again.
Right.
And she's like, I can just imagine the total mind fuckery that was going through this woman's head. So, but she does go to the police. Okay.
Right.
But then you can imagine it's Los Angeles, like that area, it's Malibu, which is just right there. And his family and shit, he's probably known in the area, and they couldn't just go after him, like we can't just go break down doors because this girl doesn't even know what's happening. She just knows that she drank this water from this guy, and the next thing you know, he's raped her in the shower later. But what happened in that time, she has no idea.
Right.
So there's a female detector, and I don't remember her name, Smith, I want to say, but that could be made up, and I didn't note it down. I'm an idiot. I apologize.
Agent Smith, that's fair.
Yeah. But she comes up with this idea, like it's like a week later, to have this female call Andrew because he gave her
great idea.
His card, basically, name and number and everything. And just ask him, and they would record it. Look, are you tag teaming bang and coffee? Are you trying to make your heart stop today?
No, not stop. Explode. Oh. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, please just do it in the shower or something so it's less cleanup. I feel like it would just be contained.
Yeah.
Oh, not like a bomb?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not that big a deal.
Anyways, so
won't my Apple Watch tell me if I'm killing myself? You know what I mean?
No. Well, it'll tell you if you fall.
Hey,
it'll ask you. No,
you
it'll
fell.
ask you. No, it asks you, did you fall? Do you need assistance?
That's too funny, Taylor.
And it'll call
How do you know?
911.
How do you know that?
Because I've fallen twice that were alerted. Actually, yeah, twice.
And your Apple Watch showed concern.
It did.
That's
well,
funny.
The one time I did fall. The other time I did fall. One time I was outside. Remember, it fucked my hand. I fell outside of work. I walked around the building, and then I walked too much before work, and I missed the step going up the curb. And the other time was back in his back porch. Anyways, so yeah. So she does this. She goes into the police department again. So she's sitting in the police station. She calls him, is like, I had so much fun. I think we should do this again. He said, oh, it's been a minute. I didn't think you'd actually call. And she's like, oh, I've been busy and now I'm good. Like, I was just wondering, did you put something in my drink? I just asked him, like, just nonchalant. He's like, hell yeah, Liquid X or, GHB.
Oh, shit. Just like it wasn't no
like
thing.
It's fucking normal.
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah, I did. Like, just absolutely. Yeah, and he was proud of it. And then the cops just like, that's what we needed. Cool. So they get a warrant to arrest him and to search his shit.
Yeah.
So they end up finding a closet that has like a collage of pictures of just beautiful people, like in different states of undress or very little clothing. And then they find videos, a whole bunch of videos that basically show women that all look asleep. I'm doing this, because they're fucking drugged.
Yeah.
But he's fully dressed. Or they are fully dressed. He's fully dressed at the point. And then they're just sleeping. And then he comes into the camera and is like, starts undressing, or he fondles them over their clothing. And then all while talking about, oh, this makes me like how it makes him feel so powerful that he could do anything and they have no idea and they won't even remember it. It makes him so hard, blah, blah, blah. And then he undresses them and rapes them and then completely redresses them. Like one of the women has hose on, like, like stockings. And he took those off to be able to rape her and then put those back on. That's the problem. That's the thing I'm thinking of. He put stockings back on a drugged up female. Like, what? That's just doing too much. But all the time he's just talking about how he could do anything, makes him so powerful. Ugh.
Yeah, right. That's why I was kind of like, I'm mortified because they're unconscious. Right. Like they're not also deciding.
Right. So it gets better. One woman that had dated Andrew for months, like lived with him, had found the pictures. He had the videos were like stored like away, but found the collage in his closet, like the shrine shit. And he was just explaining it, like, because he always had the camera on him, so it was natural. But he was just explaining, like, oh, they're just my coworkers or the models that I've taken pictures of them, and they're just my favorites. Yeah, like explain. She was like, okay, like. But then there was a picture of her up, and she ended up like tearing it up, and he flipped the fuck out. So she talked to a neighbor of his, and he was like, that's weird. But so they end up breaking up, but still they were together for months. She lived with him and saw the pictures and shit, whatever. But her new boyfriend, who was Andrew's old neighbor that she had talked to, and they actually end up married and have kids and shit. But he's the one that saw in the paper that Andrew had been arrested, and they were asking for people who had like ties to him or had in the past to come forward.
That's wild.
Like if anything has happened, or if you have anything that's questionable that you don't know what actually happened, come talk to us, like blah, blah, blah. So she went to the police and came down to, she watched a video of herself. and it was shocking. Like it was, and she could remember, I read an interview, it was she was part of this book too. It was the video of the first night that she met him, because she remembered the dress that she was wearing and what she watched in that video. But he had asked her when they first met that, oh, do you want some Liquid X? It's so much, because it was at a party. So they were at a home, they weren't at a bar or anything like that. And was like, what's that? And he was like, oh, it's GHB, it's liquid. You know, you'll just have a great time, and then you'll just sleep really well. Like, yes, normal, everybody's doing it, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, sure. She was there visiting from, I think it was Arizona. She's like, sure, why not? She was a young girl. Yeah, sure, let's explore some things, like blah, blah, blah. And then she woke up the next morning, but all of her clothes were on. So she was like, oh, he drugged me and then didn't take advantage of me. What a great guy.
Right.
She was the bitch in the hose, like the stockings. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the bitch. I'm sorry. I said that because she's a female.
Yeah.
I apologize. That's just because I'm a twat.
You're apologizing for both of us, honey. I say bitch all the time.
I do too. I think bitch is a term of endearment. I'm proud to be a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she watched him. She had to watch on camera in the police station this dude that she can remember, because they're like, is this you? And they're like, she's like, yeah, it is. They're like, do you remember any of this? She was like, that was the first night that I met him. And then she moved from Arizona to his house to live with him after that for months. Yeah.
It's like super fucked up.
And then she watched him
fuck her,
undress her,
yeah,
take her hose off, rape her,
yeah,
and then completely redress her, hose and all,
without tearing up the hose.
Motherfucking hose on her.
Without tearing up the hose.
She thought that she woke up and was completely dressed and was convinced nothing happened. So her hose weren't bad. Yeah. Yeah.
That's like some Inception type shit.
No, Inception is dreams and shit, dude. Come on. Man. Okay. So he ended up, so that sucked for her.
And all his other victims.
Right. Only 3 ended up coming forward.
Oh.
Out of the mass number of tapes that they found, only 3 came forward. So he ends up he's arrested. The judge has set $1 million bond. He posted bond. And then he ended up skipping town before the trial in January of 2003. But they went ahead and continued with the trial and convicted him in absentia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which he was sentenced to 124 years in prison. But he's not there, so he's not in prison. But he had fled to good old Mexico. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And where he lived life pretending to be a real estate investor and changed his name. Not legally, that's what he told people. There was a Hispanic couple that was starting up cabana homes, condo type things, mm-hmm. that were right on the Pacific, and somehow got involved with Andrew, had met him, and he was going by the different name, and they were trying to get him to invest, try to help them because they were trying to open up this, it was, they're not you wouldn't be able to rent one for vacation.
Okay.
They're timeshares, maybe, because that's, type thing. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they were trying to get him involved so they could get more money to help, because they were trying to fix it up. They had a whole bunch of like cabana type homes that needed fixed up before they could go they could open to the public.
Right.
So they were trying to schmooze him and stuff because, real estate investor. But they had family in the United States that were down there at one point, just seeing around. They were staying there for a little bit at the same time that they were schmoozing Andrew. So they had Andrew over at the property a lot. They were feeding him and all that good stuff. So whatever. But then a few weeks later, this family member that had been down there has been home now, and they've been watching America's Most Wanted. You remember that show?
Hell yeah, I remember America's Most Wanted. Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yo, what's the name of that dude that that was down there? What happened with that guy? And they're like, oh, we haven't heard from him. He's not here anymore. He's moved on. Okay. They're like, and then their family is like, yo, you need to contact Dwayne Chapman. Do you know who Dwayne Chapman is, Jared?
Is he one of the hosts of America's Most Wanted?
No. Who the fuck is Dwayne Chapman, Jared?
Man, just tell me who it is.
Dog, the motherfucking bounty hunter. Woo! Yes, Dog. So, because Dog has been publicly, he's trying to make, this is when he was trying to make his reality show. So he's been posting on like social media at the time. So it was like MySpace. Yeah, because Facebook wasn't there, and I doubt Dog had a college email. But people, and he's gonna find this piece of shit rapist and bring him home for justice. Mm-hmm. So I don't know who actually ends up contacting Dwayne or Dog, but they end up getting in contact with each other. And then Dwayne and Tim and Leland and all of them go to Mexico to this little Hispanic couple, to their little villas that they're trying to open. And they're like, you should call him and try to get him here. And they're like, okay, we can set that up. They try, it falls through like 3 times. And they're like, I don't know anymore. I don't know. So they end up tracking him to Puerto Vallarta. Vallarta, sure. Mm-hmm. And Dog, the fucking bounty hunter, and his team take Andrew fucking Lester down. Just saying. But plot twist, bounty hunting in Mexico is illegal. They all got arrested. Dog, his crew, and Andrew Lester.
Okay.
Okay, you don't have any like reaction. I can't stand you. So anyway,
well, I mean, obviously, what happens next, dingus? So I'm not accepting that. That's just the end of the story, not because I know Dog is not in jail right now. So
no,
continue.
Well, do you remember this? Like, this is a thing. Like,
nope.
This is how Dog got his television show.
When was this?
This was in 2003. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Andrew does get extradited back to the United States, mm-hmm. and Dog and his crew are released. I think they paid a fine or something, and then they're fine.
Okay.
Andrew's attorney ended up appealing. This is a different attorney now because they got rid of his other one, dropped him.
I mean, that's sentenced to 124 years in prison. So right. The other attorney kind of sucked.
Well, he appealed the 124 sentence, which was denied because Andrew fled.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Fast forward to 2012, Andrew's attorney filed another appeal that was granted because the original judge that sentenced him to the 124 years didn't properly file some shit. Like it was just a fucked thing.
Yeah.
So he got to have a new sentencing hearing in 2013.
What did he get?
So the new judge, Catherine, a motherfucking female, which I cannot for the life of me think anything other than, oh, this bitch got paid off by Max Factor. Because there was, granted, he only got
or threatened, but same.
Yeah, I mean, because there were tons of videos of this shit, and they played the videos of the 3 women that came forward in court that first time. But it came down to only 3 women came forward. But she reduced his sentence to 50 years, 48 years for the rapes, plural.
Yeah, multiple rapes, yes.
Multiple, and 2 years for the drugs. He'll be eligible for parole in 2028. But 2 of his victims did file and won civil lawsuits, and he had to pay out a total of $40 million between the 2, and had to file bankruptcy from prison. But I do, after looking into this, I do think that the California justice system is being run by, or has had a lot of money poured into them by the Max Factor family. Can't help but think that.
Absolutely, because he'll essentially get out 22 years after he was sentenced, right? Eligible for parole in 2028. Would he get released within a year? So
what?
Right?
What?
You get granted parole.
So he went in.
You don't get you're not granted immediate release, right? Like they release you within a time frame,
like a week or 2. A month, maybe 2.
Well, I've never been in fucking prison, Taylor, so I don't know how release works.
Not yet. I've never.
So that's why I was suggesting, like, I'm guessing they let you out sometime after that's like a logical statement. They let you out sometime after they grant you parole. Holy shit. Right? So that's what I was saying.
If they grant you parole, you're being released.
That's what I'm saying. So if he's eligible for parole in 2028, and he when did this go to court? In 2003?
3.
So that's 25 years after he committed the crime. So do you think that's like justice?
No, that's what I'm saying. No.
Why did they like publicly castrate him and use fire to sew up the, you know what I mean? I don't remember.
It's California. I'm cool with California because they're liberal. I feel like they're more liberal, but I feel like they're going soft because of all that Max Factor money. It's really disappointing. There's a lot of disappointing things within our justice system. Hi, Bruce. Look, it's Brucey. Let me get him. Come here. Come on, Bruce. Let's go on the internet. Look, it's Bruce. Hello, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Brucey. He likes me better than Karen. Oh, okay. Why won't you sing?
He's going to use your face as a launch pad.
Nope. Where's the fuck is this thing? Oh, yeah. She got me good.
Yes, she did.
Bitch. Well, that was it. Good old Max Factor shit. And then I have another one that I'm going to tell you about next week from these books.
Okay.
Yeah, James Patterson with the ID discovery or investigative discovery, whatever it is. They were all in cahoots for these books. They're really cool. Not cool. It's terrible shit, but because it's written out with, yeah. You guys? What, Jared? What's on your mind?
Well, obviously the lack of justice here, right? Like, I'm not really thrilled. I mean, it's pretty appalling if you really think about it. It's one thing. It's one thing to rape someone. Flat. It's another to rape that person and record it. Flat.
And mind fuck them to think it didn't happen.
Batshit crazy that he had a cabinet full of fucking people he'd done that to, and he only gets 25 years, and there's all this like evidence that he's like a serial fucking rapist. Serial.
And he had drugs.
Do you realize that means when he gets out, he goes right back to the grind?
Right. He's
gonna have to take some dick pills. You know what I mean? Like
the drug charges too. Like he had vials of GHB and coke and weed. I don't care about the weed, but like the GHB is the issue here. Like he had a whole bunch of vials of it.
And I'm sure if you take like the correct dosage, you know what I mean? Like you're
And you'll
probably,
have a great time. But
yeah,
you
that
probably don't, not as much as what he did.
right. No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
Right.
if he hadn't dosed her, right? But so like because he was doing it and then also recording himself raping all these people, that's like a serial.
Right.
What it a drug? It's not a drugger,
Well,
right? That's not what. That's not a word. But what
the
are
one
you if
woman,
you? What are you if you purposefully put someone unconscious with drugs? What's
a
the word
date
for that?
raper, a terrible person, a doctor, an anesthesiologist.
You're a bad anesthesiologist.
Right.
No, that's
So
not what an
listen,
evil
no,
anesthesiologist is not what I was trying to say, Taylor. No,
when,
like
no, hang on, stop. So,
subduer. Like he's a serial.
no,
No.
he's a serial rapist. That's
Well,
it. Just rapist.
the rape is independent of the putting them
The
unconscious shit.
well, no, that's not what he got. That's not what he got like sentenced for.
No
When
shit.
he right. So the drugs were irrelevant that they
How are
put
the
in
drugs
there.
irrelevant?
Listen, with what his sentencing was for, when they searched his apartment, they found actual drugs. That's what he got charged for,
Possession,
not the fact that he drugged these women. He got
drug.
charged for raping the
He was
women.
so he is a drugger then because he
Right.
serially
Yeah.
drugs people.
Okay. Anyways, so the one that dated him, like for
Stupid
months,
English.
that agreed
Mhm.
to take it, that's what they were. They her, like his attorney, when they went to trial, when she was there, and good old Andrew wasn't, but they actually had to go to trial, and they were cross examining her. They really pinned out, like, well, you lived with him, you stayed, like,
Yeah.
and you said that this was the first night, but what? She was like, well, I didn't know. And they're like, how did you not know about him
Right.
raping you? Like, sometimes you just don't. I don't know. I don't know. She was drugged, maybe drugging. I've never been raped. I don't know, and I've never been drugged, so I don't know. But it's
Hmm.
maybe with the drugs interact with how you feel. But then the fact that she was like, I agree, that she agreed to do the GHB and his little hurricane drink. Well, yeah, but if it had been dosed properly, it probably would have been an issue. But that's what they honed in on her specifically, is that she agreed to it. The other girl, the young girl that started this, that went to the police, she didn't agree to it. So that's, yeah. Not that it's ever right whether you agree to it or not. You agreed to this with something, so I would assume that you're not going to take advantage of me.
Jesus.
Yeah. So, and because she woke up fully dressed, she didn't think that she got taken
She even
advantage of.
dated the dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jesus.
Did I ruin your day?
I mean, no, he's still in prison. It's just like, fuck, man.
Okay. Hey guys, this is it. We'll see you next Sunday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, even though it's really stupid to celebrate.
This has been Taylor Ruins Jared's Day, a true crime
Happy
podcast
celebrating the day
episode.
of
Was this
slaughter of
32?
Native Americans.
You
Probably. I don't know.
can find us on Twitter and Instagram
Instagram.
at
We don't post
TRJD
anything. It's really
Podcast.
irrelevant. You can just message me if you want to. I don't care.
If it ever takes off, we have it as placeholder. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
We should use it in the event that it does take off. Then you were doing it anyway without the
Well, I
expectation
have,
of
but then I
hey,
forget. I don't do my own.
it happens.
Whatever. Have a good one. Wear your masks. Get
Please
vaccinated.
vaccinated. No.
Stay
Yeah.
home.
I want you to
Just
be
stay
here for the
home. Just
next
stay the fuck
episode.
home. Maybe some of you.
Yeah, right. Just stay home. It's better that way.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on, Jared.
Bye.
Got shit to do.